I'm Professor Pi. Welcome to my daily mathematical adventures. Hey, don't forget me. I'm Cowboy Rufus. I'm your favorite student. Professor Pi, you're looking at my favorite baseball diamond. It's not a baseball square, it's a baseball diamond. So the line that goes from third base to second base does not form a 90-degree angle. That is, it's not perpendicular. We have angles out here in the stands. This aisle forms an angle. This building up there forms an angle. Angles are all around us. Here I've got angles from coming in from first base and coming in from third base, and they meet at home plate. And they cross at home plate, and that gives us an angle. This is section 5 about angle relationships. Geometry.co, congruence.c.8, prove theorems about lines and angles. We've had some theorems about lines and angles. The other day we talked about angles that were obtuse. Obtuse. Where's that acute? That's acute. Obtuse. That's more than 90 degrees. And we talked about right angles. We talked about acute angles, obtuse angles, right angles. Today, your I can statements, I can identify and use adjacent angles, vertical angles, linear pairs, perpendicular angles. I can use complementary angles. I can identify and use supplementary angles. Here I have two lines. They meet in an angle. They meet in 4 angles. Now, look at the person sitting right beside you. They are adjacent to you. Now look at someone cat-cornered across the classroom. They're not adjacent to you. They are vertical to you. So vertical angles and adjacent angles, just like you're seated in the classroom. 1 and 3 are vertical angles. They do not share a ray, so they're not adjacent. 4 and 2 are vertical angles. They do not share a ray, but they're across from each other. Now, 2 and 4 are the same size. 1 and 3 are the same size. That is, vertical angles are always congruent. Then we have adjacent angles. They are side by side. 2 angles that share one ray. 1 and 4 share this ray, this line. 1 and 4 are adjacent. 1 and 2 are adjacent. 2 and 3 are adjacent. 3 and 4 are adjacent. 1 and 2 are also a linear pair. A linear pair is two adjacent angles that form one straight line 180 degrees. So 1 and 2 would be a linear pair. They are adjacent angles. They are also supplementary. A supplementary angle is 2 angles that equal 180 degrees. 2 and 3 would also be supplementary and a linear pair. Once again, a linear pair is 2 adjacent angles that equal 180 and form one line. Perpendicular angles are angles that are exactly 90 degrees. And we see that little tiny square at the bottom. That's how we know they're perpendicular. They're marked perpendicular. Complementary angles, I think you learned that in elementary school. They are 2 different angles that equal 90 degrees total. They don't have to be adjacent, but they could be. Supplementary angles are 2 different angles that equal 180 degrees total. So let me model that for a minute. Let me work one. Let's pretend my angle is 46 degrees. What is its supplement? You take 180 to find the supplement, subtract 46, and you get 134. What's its complement? To find the complement, you subtract from 90. 90 subtract 46 would be 44. Now my angle is 146 degrees. What's the supplement? To find the supplement, we subtract from 180 degrees. So 180 minus 146 is 34 degrees. What is its complement? Trick question here from Professor Pi, because 146 couldn't have a complement. What can you add to 146 and get 90? It would be a negative number. And I don't know what a negative 56-degree angle looks like, because there are no negative angles in geometry. So 146 has a supplement, but the complement doesn't exist. Now in this assignment, they just want to see if we've got the basic definitions. They want two adjacent angles. Let's see. I've got two here. And we know the angles, we know from the other day, angles have three letters. Angles always have three letters. So this angle would be CBF. It would also be CBG, but we're okay. CBF and FBA are two angles that form a linear pair. They are adjacent and they form a line 180 degrees. Two vertical angles. Look at angle G. Angle FGD is vertical to angle HGE. A linear pair, we've already got it. Those two on both of A. Both of B, let's try BAD and JAD. They are a linear pair. They are adjacent angles that make one straight line. Thanks for watching another Professor Pi video. Yeah, y'all come back tomorrow. Cowboy Rufus and Professor Pi will teach you something new.